Alrighty, we are testing the mic. This is 2023. Our object last year was to populate the heavenly bodies. The object this year is to get everybody home. So last year we accomplished our mission. We got a 3-man team to every body. No big deal. Got a bunch of mining equipment out. A bunch of resupplies going around. A bunch of missions that never finished. That's expected. So this year, most we got to do is get everybody home. Doesn't matter if we send out extra ships or whatever, blah, blah, blah. The two metrics that we're going to look at the end of this mission is going to be how much science we bring home and how fast we bring home the last kerbal. And fast, I don't mean how many streams it takes. I mean the date up here. So it says 1 year, day 2, hour 2, 15 minutes. From this point, this is where I've set up all the kerbals in the system at each body. Every body should be populated at this point. The save is ready to have everybody come home. All the vessels are pretty much the same. Doesn't mean they all have enough Delta V to get home. Doesn't mean they all have what they need to get home. But they all should have a science payload and quite enough fuel to get them somewhere that can get them. And you can always send a rescue mission. So that's where we're at. This is what our crafts are going to look like. Very real simple. See, we got people in orbit already. We got relays. This one's not named the right thing. It's the last thing I docked to it. All the naming should be right. But this is the largest craft because it's in low Kerbin orbit. We have extra return vehicles. The end right here. See? Then you got your lab module, you got your tug, you got your in situ resource device, you got your cabin, another tug on the other side, you got your ship. These are your interplanetary boosters right here. Those are your return vehicles. So, last save was all about the science modules. I'm just going to skip using the science modules. I'm not even going to turn them on and start them. I'm only going to keep track of the science that I get going down to the planet. Let me change this chat size in case anybody actually talks. There we go. All right, where are we? Gets to do the science, and I don't think I set up an action group for any of the sciences. I don't think any of these guys have action groups. So it's always something you can do. This is a good save to like practice, you know, and try different ways to accomplish the same thing. I kind of like that about this game. Forgot where I put all the science. There's just a little bit of robotics with these things. So hopefully they won't drift too bad. I did have one ship explode. Like, not literally, but like all the pieces were separated and drifted. Uh, and there is another piston hidden inside here so that this thing can pop away from the in situ resource device when it's landed and it's mining. You can get a better bird's eye view. So if you want to land any of these guys before you send them home, you get surface science and all that, and bring that home. So this thing says it's got, 1,000 delta V, but it's really more like 2,000, 3,400, something like that. Bring home just this thing, and some of them. Where is everybody? Transfer. There's Bob. Put them all in there. We'll take that home. Fucking sign. No, we're gonna put all the signs on this thing. Put it in cargo. There's one. I'm gonna put them all up on this thing. We gotta do a crew report. EVA report. I remember. I mean, inside. The only way to get the Science Junior in there. Still have it look all kind of sleek. So there's a little under cabin. We'll have this probe just collect it all. Fill out. Go get it. Get it, Bill. Get it. Take that. And then E or F? There we go. There. And that's just good enough. This is just an example stream. So let's bring up our purple button. This isn't going to do us any good because we ain't getting dimensions. That's our retrograde right there. The point of having this big thing right here is to drop them off one at a time. Right. So, that's our PA right here. So we just hit H, drop our variables. Hold down H and then hold down Alt and then the little arrow right, speed up time. Just hold it down. Watch your variables dip below 70, whatever. We don't need to go super far yet. Great. 75, dropping. We're in the atmosphere. We are down to 50. And we're going to stop at 45. Right. And we're going to drop one off. Unlock. We're going to go per grade until this is up at 72. Good enough. Switch craft. SAS possible. It's horrible. This is the one with all the data too. Nice. All right. So we're going to come in and we're going to beat it like this angle. We're going to be radio out. Sensitivity is way too much. Can I drop this? Will that help? Yes. It does. All right, now we can time warp. Whee. Oh, parachute. Make sure that's deployed. I'm just going to let the shape do the work. It's shaped like that for raisins. Brian told me so. Here we go. Going down. As fast as I can time warp, people. Sorry. Boom. Can you do another crew report? Go. Now, if you're good, you can drop all three at once. Switch in between them. Keep them all together. You can try and land that whole thing. Which I don't think. That thing's got a big battery on it. I think that'd be a good idea. The parachute on this thing can barely handle anything. Look at her ablator. Perfect. I didn't want to put too much weight on it, so I didn't put a whole lot of ablator on these things. So watch that, people. Yeah, this game save can be found on the Discord. Start of it. Try the challenge. Just nice, easy challenge. Get everybody home. No stress. Nice and relaxing. He doesn't have the data. His bill we sent out. That's why. Ha. It's whatever you want to build. You just the tech tree's unlocked. It's science, but it's kind of sandbox. So should be no big deal. The return vehicle. Maybe return vehicle one. I don't know. It says two. It say two? What did it say, Chet? Because one is already on the ship. Okay, yeah, there were two return vehicles. I guess there is. Two. So we'll go back up to Apple Apps because that's the least amount of fuel. Situation. Drop back into the world, the curb world. Just hit V. The purple button. Got our fuel up already. Just gonna hold down H for a second. Down to 40 was fine. 45 was great. Didn't have any problems with 45. It's 47. 45 right there. Tap R. Who's going out? We'll leave Jebediah on. Who's in what? Jebediah's in there. Bill. He should be the one with the data, I believe. Right? There's no data in there. Okay. Unlock. Program. R. H. Take a look at our Perry apps. Try and get that up to 70 before that's out of distance. Speed up time a little bit. Here we are, 72. Switch. CS is not going to work. It says RCS, but we want RCS. There. We are going to come down on land most likely. So that's wonderful. We had to turn this down, and we want to be, oh, it's too much still. There we go. Stay still. Yes. Time warping. If craft still is fine, because they would know how to hold their craft still. And when you turn the sensitivity down, they make it way too hard. Just light taps. Be straight up like this. Time warp. Craft will be in the right spot. Yep, he's got the data. Shoots deployed. Come down sideways, bro. See if we can fix that. There we go. That's a little bit better. What you have to do is come home. Just come on home. That's all it's about. Going home. Sometimes you just want to go home. There's the ablator. Going at max Q. Oh no, we're still having more pressure. What's it bad? The sound, anyway. This thing's tougher than that scale says. Yeah, we're slowing down, man. We're doing fine. We should have an earthen landing, not a water landing. Shadow. Hell yeah. There's a tree. We orbited Kerbin just to find a tree. That's like the only thing out here, too. That's what happens when you don't use Scatterer. It is just barren. Alright. Did have 2 mods installed. I made the save, but it shouldn't matter because I didn't build any of the crafts with mods. So we're on land, we can actually plant a flag. I guess it'll be the land landing. And recover. So what I didn't do was the EVA science pack. I knew I left that up there. Could have done that. Could have left the. Could have done the EVA science pack. About what you get for low carbon orbit is about 155. So if you want to go back, go to your cheats and then get rid of your technology, I think you can do. Now you can't remove your technology, can you? See, that would have been a fun thing. Remove the technology tree. I gotta figure out how to do that. So we got one more kerbal. Just one more kerbal. In orbit. Right there. Side. So we can do a daytime landing. So what happens if we just go to like 48? That one's empty. That one's got Jeb. Going back up. This empty one will just be, extra infrastructure. And that's up at 82. No point in having that in elliptical orbit. I mean, circular orbit right now. Concentrate on the landing. Craft is facing retrograde. Change the wheel authority. Gonna go around the planet. It'll flip us. We'll just warp to here. Deploy. You kind of want to come in, coming upright a little bit so that you bleed off your energy horizontally and don't drop all at once. Of course. Could be another land landing on the land. Data on the crew report. We're gonna let him come in sideways. He's coming in upside down. He's Jeb. He says this provides the best view. See? Yeah, it is a good view. So it's day 2 and we got 3 kerbals home. That doesn't matter. It's the last kerbal that comes home that matters. And 13 meters. Go Jeb, you monster. You man, you monster. Jeb. It's the same biome, so I don't even know to sample. I'm just going to recover. Because we already have a flag on the land landing on the land. Getting one kerbal home only gives you like 2 extra signs or something like that. So. Trip 1. Only netted about 155 signs. So now I'm just going to do a tour of what each configuration of the ship looks like. And then maybe make a plan of what I want to try and put down. So this is your MUN station. So we have it configured. There's no return vehicle in this one, apparently. So you're going to have to do a rendezvous. Use the return vehicle there. Or make your own return vehicle. This is the piston I was telling you about. So that when you land, you can do your mining, fill these up, blah, blah, blah. So our science is around here somewhere. I need to go back to that station anyway, because I don't think there was a goo. I think I did a do. I did a goo. Gotta do the goo. Gobble goo. Gobble goo. I don't know where I put it. Do I have a probe head that can collect all that? Right here? Collect all. Boop. They still haven't done their reports and everything, but I'm going to come back to this craft. So we're just kind of doing a tour, seeing what we got, seeing what the game saves is. Okay, there's your relay and there's your hopper. It should be not a hopper, it should be the lab, the station. All right, this is the configuration at the station. There's no return vehicle part on this either. Interesting. So you can just take this part back. And then we'll go inwards. Go to Eve first. This one does have a return vehicle, and we have it in this configuration. Pistons down, and yeah, there's no way this is getting into the surface, into the atmosphere of Eve and coming back out. And we have the three main kerbals back at Kerbin. Valentina's back there, even though she wasn't assigned to a vessel. There's your relay. This is your Gilly station. So this should give you plenty of delta V to get back to friggin' Kerbin. I guess we should talk about that. We're going to create an alarm. It's going to be a planetary transfer window. It's going to be from Eve to Kerbin. Kerbin. Add alarm. So that's in 1 year. Hold on. Ba-doop. And that's how you do that. Set alarm. Even though we're on a moon, you know, you go by the alarm for the parent body. So let's go to Moho. This one you're gonna need all the nukes you can get. I don't even know if this is enough to get back to Kerbin. This is, you probably want to go from Moho to Eve. But we'll see which one's first. Create an alarm. Planetary transfer window. From Moho to Kerbin. Create alarm. Transfer from Moho to Eve. Add alarm. Okay. So that's sooner. That's in 100 days. Or 69 days. Moho to Eve. Okay. But we're going to need way more delta V, even if we have abandoned this whole part and only take that. So I would plan on getting this to Eve, refueling it, and then getting it back. I'll leave that decision for next episode. So I'm going to leave both those alarms up. And let's go to Duna, focus view. Switch to the craft. There's two here, of course, because it's got a moon. Beautiful Duna. Oh, how we spent way too much time here. I can't even find you. There you are. All right. Alarm clock. From create alarm. Transfer Duna to Kerbin. Add alarm. And Duna is in 1 year, 300 days. So this is one of my favorite configurations because you got like the spine type thing going on. You got a nice strong connection right here with those struts. So that's probably the best looking one, I think. But you can put them together in many different ways. That's the fun out of a modular system. So this craft is going to follow the same timing. I don't have to worry about setting in another alarm clock. They can come back in tandem. That would be fun. Next body out is Drez. I didn't put the strut all the way across here this time. Whatever. Right. Time clock. I think this one still does have enough delta V to get back to Kerbin. I don't think you have to do any mining or anything. They start all filled up and everything. Create alarm. Transfer window. Address to Kerbin. Add alarm. And Drez is 1 year, 29 days. And then we only have to do one craft at Jewel. There's so much going on at Jewel. I'm going to skip Jewel for now and go to Elu. You'd be making noises. Time clock. Create alarm. Planetary transfer window. Elu. Add alarm. I like how it automatically knows where you are. It's very nice. So that's in 153 days. It's good. It's good to know. It's good to know. So if you're trying to do a tutorial on how to get home, um, extra planetary body, Moho would be the first window. And then Elu would be the next window. Then we have Jewel Station. All these modules are pretty much going to be the same here too. These are the crafts you get. It's the only craft that's different. And the reason why it's different is you have these, I like to call them interplanetary buffers right here. This is meant for you to use if you want to enter an atmosphere and you didn't, and because these aren't going to work at all. So these are just helpers to get you into the atmosphere. That way, if you do want to go down to the planet and you're going to stop off at this lab anyway, you can have a little heat shield you can take with you. So, time clock, create alarm, transfer window, from Jewel to Kerbin, add alarm. So, our mission plan should be first the Moho craft, then the Elu craft, then the Jewel craft at 200 days. Okay. Then we're going to go to Dres, then we're going to go to Eve, and then we're going to go to Duna. And that we'll try and do that in order, but a lot of times we do cancel out the windows and just go with the next window. But that would be the fastest to get them home. So to get the last planet would be Duna, and that has the fastest window. And then Jewel is the longest window, right? Well, Elu might be a long ass window. I'm not sure how long, which one would have the longer window. Elu should probably have the longer window. That's in 153 days. And Elu is already way above Jewel. 153 days is only going to be like out here, you know. And there's a couple telescopes and stuff like that, but I haven't done any science with those. So if you want to get science points from those, that's free science points that are out there. So back to the tracking station. That was episode 1. That's really all I wanted to do. Just want to do a tour, get 3 kerbals home, be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing this year. It's not that hard, not that exciting. You know, pre-set up network. It's not a perfect network, but it should give you enough connectivity. I can't get to the settings from here. The crafts, the probes have control when they have no signal, but they, you know, it's only prograde and retrograde, and they can't cancel their maneuver node. So you got to, you know, pre-plan your maneuver node. It's pretty good and all that kind of stuff. Should have plenty of coverage. the major satellites out there. Should be nice and easy. But this is a quick stream. Go get some lunch. Take care of this baby. See y'all next time. Just felt like making a video. Thank you. Goodbye.